wrestling insider gurus.
WIG.
Hi.
Hello.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do predictions for night one of WrestleMania. I think it's WrestleMania 41. No?
WrestleMania 41. It is WrestleMania week, and the last Raw was just yesterday. We're doing this on a Tuesday, this before the SmackDown before WrestleMania. So we might be off. We might change our minds after
We might. But
SmackDown
we're
appears, but
yeah, we're going to go on the record as of Tuesday. This is what we're thinking.
yep.
So what I'm going to do is we're just going to run down each one of the matches in no particular order, except we will do the main event last because we know what the main event will be. We don't know what the order will be otherwise. So I'll just run it
Right.
down like we have it. We'll take it a match at a time.
Let's do
Are
it.
you ready to make your predictions?
I am ready. I am ready.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano.
Okay.
What are your
So,
thoughts?
I think this is going to be a super fun match. I think this is going to be amazing. And I think there's a reason El Grande Americano is fighting Rey Mysterio. But I won't get into that until night two. That comes into play there.
Oh, okay.
But um I think that's going to be a super awesome match. I don't know if maybe SmackDown they'll come on and be like, this is going to be whoever wins, the other loser has to take off their mask kind of match. I'm not sure if they're going to put that stipulation on it yet or not. I mean, El Grande Americano is pretty new, so I don't know if they'd rip the mask off right away. So I'm thinking that's not going to happen. It's just going to be a singles match. It's going to be a fun singles match. I think they're going to do really good together. I think Chad Gable might interfere. He's has an odd fascination with El Grande Americano. He likes him a lot. He might come in and prevent Ray from winning, I think. So I'm going to go El Grande Americano. I think that's who's he's going to get over on Ray.
That would be awesome if Chad
Yeah.
Gable interferes.
Yeah,
I'll
I
just
think
say
that'd be
that
cool.
right now. That would be wow.
Yeah,
That would be a wow moment.
that sure would. And it's WrestleMania, and those are
Yeah.
full of those. So
Yep.
we'll see.
I think it's
What do
gonna
you
be.
think?
I think it's gonna be a blast. I'm really looking forward to this. I think I'm gonna go with El Grande Americano as well. I don't think they're gonna have him lose this early. If they want to
Yeah.
keep this, if they kind of want to keep this thing up for a little while, you don't want to have him lose right off the bat. Then it kind of loses its steam. I think the longer he can keep going and beating the luchadors, the more steam this storyline picks up. So
Yeah,
it's not going to be clean, but it's going to be El Grande Americano.
I think so as well. What we got for the next one?
Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
What do you think?
Well, um, this is
Yeah,
one
me
that I'm not
too.
real sure about. I'm not
Me
real sure
too.
about.
Yeah.
Um, at first, I'm thinking, are they going to have Jade lose this quickly after her comeback? Although she's already lost, not clean, but she lost to Liv in that match with due to interference. Uh,
Sure.
so are they just going to have her lose again?
I don't
Uh,
know. It's
this is a
hard. It's
tough one.
hard.
This is a
Yeah.
tough one. Um, I kind of think they might want Naomi to keep up her villain winning streak. Uh,
Yeah.
it's tough. It's tough
Who do you
because
think would benefit more from a win? You think? Do you think Naomi would, if she beat Jade Cargill, clean or not clean, that would kind of add to her, put some more heat on her, which I mean, I think is a fun character too. She's nailing it with this weird caution tape get up. It's super good. I
I
like this way better than babyface Naomi.
yeah, she's a wonderful villain. I love villain Naomi. I love
Yeah.
her. I think it's better for her if she wins. Um,
Yeah.
more than it is Jay, especially if she doesn't win clean. There's some kind of shenanigans. Naomi wins. It doesn't hurt Jade too much if it's uh, shenanigan win for
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Naomi. I guess that's where I'm leading. I think I just talked myself into that because it's
Okay.
kind of 50-50 when we came on. I'm going to go with
Yeah.
Naomi. I'm going to say Naomi with a dirty win.
Okay. Okay, so out of all of the matches in day one, I have them all written down and I've circled who I think is the winner. This is the only match I have nobody circled yet because it's kind of the most toss-up match because they can go either way. They can go either way and follow like a really push Jade if they want to into something, or they can make Naomi really good heel and kind of get over on Jade, and they can go that way. So it's really just all depends on what they're planning on doing. Um, I don't know. It's such a difficult one.
Also, if they plan on having this go for a little while, it doesn't matter as much who wins. I mean, if this is just the first of several matches between these two, it's not as big of a deal
Right,
either way, which
right.
makes it even more unpredictable.
Yeah, and I do like the angle they have here with Naomi and Jade. And I mean, this just started one PLE ago.
Right.
So I don't know if they're gonna tie it off here or not.
I hope not.
So yeah, I would have to say the same thing. I think you might have I probably should have went first. I think you convinced me that it's Naomi that's gonna get the win.
Whoops. Now it's my fault if Jade won.
Yep. Yeah, right. Exactly.
All right. So far we're in agreement.
Yeah.
Let's see what we think about the next one. It's going to be the World Tag Team Championship between the War Raiders and
Mm.
the New Day. Your boys, the New Day.
The New Day.
You go
Um,
first on this one.
yeah, yeah. So this is a I think I know who should win. That's always usually when I think that I turn out to be wrong watching the PLE, but I think the New Day should win. I think I think that they need to have a good win. I don't know. They just haven't done much with the New Day. And also this match just came out of kind of out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like there was no build up to this match. So I feel like in place of this match, I would have thought that they would have put Motor City Machine Guns and Street Profits in their spot and then kind of switched them for New Day and War Raiders on SmackDown instead. But they didn't do that. So I'm thinking something big is going to happen. They're going to have like a WrestleMania moment that they're going to be like, okay, well, this can't be on SmackDown. It's got to be on WrestleMania. So I'm thinking maybe Big E comes out, does something. Maybe Big E just runs in and I don't know, just beats the crap out of them, or just distracts them, or does something. I don't know. But I think something big is going to happen with this one. I'm going to go New Day just because I feel like they need the win. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm excited to see what happens. What do you think?
I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be fun. I like the War Raiders, especially Ivar. I think he's a blast. Before Eric came back and Ivar was wrestling singles matches, he used
Yeah.
to do a lot of moonsaults, which is crazy for a guy his size to do that. I don't think he's done one since the War Raiders have been back. I might be wrong, but I don't
Really? Oh,
recall
okay.
that. I hope he'll get to doing that again because it's impressive to see a guy that big do a moonsault. It's
Yeah,
it's it's
yeah,
pretty
definitely.
impressive. Um, I think this will be a real fun match. Uh, yeah, you're probably right. Maybe something with Big E. Um, but I'm with you though. I think the New Day is going to win. I think this is almost kind of like I don't want to say showcase for them, but it's giving them a big platform to win the titles
Yeah,
again, which they haven't had for a long time. And I
right.
think they're going to have a big long run. I think they just want a good villain team to hold the tag teams for a while, to tag team belts for a while. And they were a good villain team. So I do
Yeah,
think it'll be New Day. And I think they'll probably hold these things for a little bit.
yeah, that makes sense. I agree.
So we're still in agreement.
I
No
guess.
disagreements yet.
This is boring.
Well, all right. How about this one? The United States Championship. on the men's side, because it doesn't look like the women's side is going to be represented at WrestleMania,
Yeah, that's
which is
unfortunate.
which is too bad because Chelsea Green is so much fun.
She's
But
fantastic.
let's talk about the men's side of that. LA Knight versus the werewolf,
Who you got?
Jacob Fatu. So I'm going with Jacob.
Okay.
Uh, I don't know. Does anybody ever beat that guy? I mean,
Yeah. I don't know. Has he ever lost a singles match
not
yet?
on the air that I don't think he's ever been pinned. I think he's been
Yeah.
disqualified, but I don't think he's ever been pinned. I don't ever
Yeah.
think he's been beaten clean.
You
So,
think there's going to be some interference with the bloodline?
oh, I got a I got a message about the meeting thing here. Sorry, I'll edit this out.
Okay.
It's telling us that our meeting ends in 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, there's a little timer at the top.
Oh, do you see it?
Yeah, it's 9:45 now,
Oh, okay.
9:43.
So if that happens, I'll just resend you another link and we'll start over.
Okay.
Well, we won't start over. We'll continue.
Correct. Yeah.
I'll just keep this in the recording. No. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go with Jacob Fatu. I don't I'd be surprised if LA Knight won. I mean, I know he's very popular and uh they like for him to win, but
Yeah.
I think it's I think it's the werewolves time. Unless it's just another one of the deals where like Solo comes out and tries to help, but
Ends up
inadvertently
costing him.
screws him over and LA Knight wins. It's kind of been done already though. But that may lead to Jacob versus Solo down the road if this happens again.
True.
So they might be
True.
going that way. So, but I
Okay.
think they're just going to give it to Jacob. I think they're just going to
Okay.
give it to him. And although I almost just talked myself out of it, that because they haven't had the Jacob versus Solo thing yet. They're still kind of on each other's side, and
True.
I think they're heading that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Does anybody really think Solo would win that match? Um,
Well, I mean, if he's got his his guy that
right.
can come in and probably help, or or the eye patch man. What's his name again?
Tamatonga. Is it Tamatonga or yeah? He's Tamatonga. The other one's Tongaloa.
That's right.
Yeah,
No, yeah, Tongaloa is the one with the eye patch.
right.
Tamatonga is the
Tamatonga is the
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Um,
I'm gonna go with
so I mean
Jacob though.
maybe.
I'm gonna go with
Hmm,
Jacob.
okay.
I think he's gonna get a belt here, and I
I
think
agree.
he's gonna start being pushed a little bit more.
I agree. I agree. And I do think that solo thing is going to happen even with he has the belt. I mean, even when he if he gets the belt, that gives him more of a reason for Solo to be jealous of Jacob and want what he
Sure.
has. And he
And
might
and
be
cost him the
thinking,
belt. Yeah, he could cost him
yeah.
the belt then, which would yeah, that would be higher stakes. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he
that
could
makes me feel even better about that. I'm
yep.
solidly going with the werewolf.
Yeah, he could cost him the belt. I mean, if Jacob has the belt, he might be like, well, I'm the leader of this group now. Solo might not like that, and they might get into a tussle that way. So yeah, I'm
Yes,
gonna go Jacob Fatu. It just makes sense all the way around. So
I
that's my
agree.
predict.
I agree
Yeah.
with that. Yeah, absolutely. All right, now we're to the WWE Women's World Championship.
Okay, so
It's Tiffy time and Charlotte Flair. So Tiffany
oh
Stratton
yeah,
versus Charlotte Flair.
I'm liking this one. I like the build up to this one, kind of because it got pretty personal. I liked that. I thought that's going to be fun. So I'm interested to see how they're going to work this out. But they might, and WWE, they like to lean into personal matters sometimes. I don't know if, I mean, that might have been a Vince McMahon thing. I don't know. Triple H might not do that, but wouldn't it be hilarious if Kaiser interferes, right? And he jumps in, and Charlotte's just about to beat Tiffy, and then we get because Kaiser is heel, Charlotte's heel. Kaiser turns on Tiffy because he's in those DMs with Charlotte, and he attacks Tiffy and lets Charlotte win. I think that would be awesome.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
that's pretty far-fetched, but that would be pretty fun for me. I'm gonna. I know that's probably not going to happen, but regardless, I think Charlotte is going to pick up the win here. She's had how many matches has she had since the Royal Rumble? It's just been two,
One or two.
one or two, and
Two, I think.
she's
I think it's
won.
just
I
two.
think it
Yeah.
was two, and I think she won by the weird figure eight, her special
Both
move where she
times.
like
Yeah.
bends her body in half.
Right.
Um, yeah, both times. So I know that's going to show up in the Tiffy match, and we're going to be like, oh, is she going to tap? And then Tiffy's going to somehow magically get out of it. But I think Charlotte's going to come back and get the win anyway. I'm hoping for that Kaiser interference. That would be incredible. But
Oh man.
that's wishful thinking. But go ahead.
I hope you're right. I didn't
Yeah,
even
me
think
too.
of that. That would be so cool if they leaned into that. My understanding is that was they went off script with that whole thing.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
boy, that would be cool if they decided to be like, hey, you guys threw it out there. Let's lean into
yep.
this and
I
have
thought that'd
some
be so
fun.
cool.
I
Yeah,
mean, why not? The Dominic thing was fun. Why not do it again with the
right,
guys? That would
right.
be funny. I don't think they will, but that would be really
No.
cool. That's why we should be employed by these guys because of
Yeah, we got some good
ideas
ideas
like
sometimes.
that. That
Yeah,
would be that would be cool. I don't think that'll happen, but I do agree Charlotte's going to win. I
yeah,
just don't think they're going to have her lose this quick after winning the
true.
Rumble and having getting her into this spot so quick. I think they did it for a reason. I don't think they did it to have her lose.
Right.
So I think she wins. I think it'll be a fun match. Tiffany
Yeah.
Stratton's matches usually are.
Mhm.
The build-up's been fantastic. I love
Yeah.
that. I love that where they went off script and got all personal. Apparently, a lot of people have been bitching about that, like, oh, that
Really?
was a garbage spot and all that. Screw that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
it, it
Yeah, that was
it
the
made
most
it.
real I've seen Tiffy act.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
memorable. If it were just your standard
good.
script, it would have been forgettable. So that was
Yeah.
fun. Yeah, that was fun. And
That was a good one.
Charlotte was flustered. She didn't know what to do there, and
Yeah, she just,
yeah, it was
pulled
kind of
that Kaiser thing
speechless.
out of her hat.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That
I'm
was fun. That
I'm
was, and
I have a feeling a few of those hits in that match are going to be real. I think they're going to be a little rough on each
they
other.
could be. Yeah, they could be. But yeah, I think Tiffany can come back from a loss to Charlotte pretty easy. If Charlotte loses, it's like, I mean, what's next? What's next for Charlotte? So that's kind of where I'm leaning to. Yeah.
Yep.
So we're like in agreement all the way. We got two left, I think.
So far, we're in total agreement
Okay, we'll see what happens. So what are we on now? We are on Gunther versus Jey Uso.
for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Who do you got
Gunther's held the
there?
belt since SummerSlam.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You or
Who do
me,
you have? You. You're
Jay.
next.
Now I'm a big Gunther fan. I hope Gunther wins. Um, I really hope he wins, but at this point I'd be shocked if he won. The way that they've built this up for Jay, I mean it seems
Yeah.
obvious that to me that Jay's going to win this. I mean
Yeah.
everything everything from the way they've built this up, him winning Rumble, the whole Gunther being super mean to him, the bloodbath. I mean, they're not going to have Gunther win after all that. They're not going to have Jay go through all that and then have him lose. They
Yeah.
should, just to keep everybody in check, be like, hey, you think it's that predictable?
Maybe.
It's not, and
Yeah.
pull the rug out. They should, but I don't think they will. I think this
You
is
don't think
Jay.
so?
I unfortunately no, because I want Gunther to win, but
Yeah.
I do
What's
think
the
Jay
percentage of Gunther winning, you think? Like are you like 80%
20,
confident, Jay?
yeah,
Or
exactly. I'd say it's 80% Jay, 20% Gunther. I'd be
okay.
shocked. I'd be really, really surprised if Gunther won.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I wouldn't be
I'm
I wouldn't be shocked now if he winds up winning it back at some point. I mean, he might he
sure.
might wind up getting it right back, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's going to lose.
Yeah, if Jey Uso gets it, I don't see him having it for very long. If he does win. Now, I would say I'm not saying Gunther, but I would say Jey Uso 100% if there was one thing different about this match, and that thing being it was the main event for Saturday night. Because WrestleMania main events, they end it one one of three ways. They either end it at a happy note, kind of tying the bow tie on WrestleMania, like this is Jay's moment. It's the end, confetti flies, his brother comes out and hugs him, and that's it. But that's not going to happen because we got another match after this one. It's either that or they kind of leave it on a cliffhanger, like new feuds blowing up somehow. There's like a return of somebody. Usually goes a bunch of different ways, but since this isn't the main event, I'm not 100% convinced Jey Uso's gonna win. Now they did build it up to, I mean, everything is pointing towards Jey Uso storyline wise. Um, but since they put Rollins, CM Punk, and Roman in the main event, something there has to be bigger than Jey Uso beating Gunther for the World Heavyweight title. And I have a couple theories, but none that might be that big. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm still leaning towards Jay though, because the way they built this up, I
I
kind
just
of
can't.
also hope it's Gunther, but I am gonna say Jay, just because how everything's played out. It seems almost obvious, but I'm hoping it's too obvious. I'm hoping it's too obvious,
Yeah,
and they
it's very obvious. I mean, this is out of every match, to me, this is maybe the most predictable out of all of
yeah,
them.
yeah,
Unfortunately, because I'm a big Gunther fan. I want Gunther to win,
yeah,
but I think he's going to drop it. I usually like kind of like last year they had him lose the Intercontinental Championship so he could move on to bigger things, and I wonder
right,
if maybe they're going to do that this time as well and have him be a challenger for the Universal title. Um, I don't know. Boy, I hope they pull out
maybe.
the rug out from under all of us and make a lot of people mad. That would be cool. So many people
I
are
think,
bitching, like, well, we
yeah,
built up Jay and everything just to have him lose.
yeah. Yeah,
That
and
would
I
be
think they need
great.
that. I
They
think
do
I don't
need
want
that.
yeah, I don't want WrestleMania to just be like expected to put, a bow tie on everything. I think they need because they did that last WrestleMania. They did that
Right.
with Cody. I just don't know want them to sing the same song this WrestleMania. That's all. I think it'd be cool. Either way, I'll be happy. I mean, if Jey Uso wins, I mean, I'm gonna be happy for him. I think
Yeah,
they
I'll
can
be happy
do.
for him too. Sure. Yeah.
I
And
think yeah, it'll give Gunther so much more heat, more than he already has after the crazy thing he did to Jimmy.
yeah, that
Um,
was wild.
yeah, but I don't know. I think Jay's gonna win. That's my final prediction.
I do
That's
too. And
okay.
so far, we are still in agreement on every single match.
Yeah, I know, I
And
know.
perhaps we will have a difference in the main event because it's a
We'll
triple threat
see.
match. We have a choice of three here. It's Roman Reigns versus CM Punk versus Seth freaking Rollins.
So,
I think this one's unpredictable. I think this one's tough to. I think this one's kind of tough to predict. Do you agree with that?
I think I think there's one obvious one that I don't think will win. But I think it's possible to. So I have three scenarios written down right now to where they're probably the most likely, and two of them are the same person, and then there's one that's a different person. So the other person I don't even have winning at all.
Oh, I'm
But I'll just go.
intrigued. I am
Okay.
intrigued now. Let's hear it.
So I think what they can do, if they want to end WrestleMania like they do with like the Cody way, the Cody ending last year, they CM Punk is main eventing WrestleMania. CM Punk somehow gets the win. He has his big WrestleMania moment. He's there with Paul Heyman. They're all hugging. You can do the confetti or whatever. Just a big heart-filled, soulful moment for CM Punk. That's one way to go, but that's boring. So another way they could go is Seth Rollins, um, I think might has a chance of getting the win because I think there's something with Roman and Punk. They might get too distracted with who, loves Paul Heyman more. And that might distract them into I don't know, losing the match somehow. And I think Seth might capitalize on that. And I think Seth might win. So CM Punk Seth, and I think the other the other scenario is um well, it's kind of the same as the last one, but CM Punk and Roman just beat the crap out of each other. and Seth Rollins somehow gets the win. And then even after the match, they're just Seth is beating CM Punk and Roman to a pulp to where Paul Heyman begs him to stop. And since Paul Heyman owes Seth a favor now, according to Seth,
Apparently.
um, he's going to be like, I will spare them if you're now my manager. So against Paul Heyman's will, Seth might steal him away from CM Punk and Roman just to spare them the beating, and that might close out Saturday WrestleMania. That'd be pretty wild. But I don't see Roman winning. I just don't see. I don't see why Roman, I don't know, would need the win.
So
I
you
just
think
think it'd
Roman's
be
going to lose 2 WrestleManias in a row?
yeah. Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think?
There's the obvious one is CM Punk wins so
Yeah.
that they can have their confetti and happy ending.
Yeah.
Um, the other one is Roman wins because he lost last year at WrestleMania. Did they want to have him
Sure.
lose consecutive WrestleManias? And the most, I think right now, I mean, if I were taking odds, Seth Rollins is the least likely to win.
Oh, okay.
But I think he's going to win.
Yeah. Oh,
I think that.
okay.
How about that?
Okay.
I'm saying like the odds. You know, if you went to I haven't looked at like there are betting sites where you can bet on wrestling.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
haven't looked at them, but I would expect that he's the underdog out of the three of them. I'm
Maybe.
just guessing. I would expect Punk's the favorite, Roman second, and Seth is third. I think this is where they surprise people and have Seth win. And he even maybe now if you want a really good fun, maybe he gets a little help from Paul Heyman.
Maybe.
Now that would make sense against Roman here, but you know, Punk has been good
Yeah.
to him, so why would he turn on Punk?
I don't see him
Nothing.
turning heel on Punk and Roman. That's why I'm
So
thinking more of like against his will, like, no, I'll save
maybe,
him. Don't hurt him.
maybe,
Yeah.
maybe.
Something
Uh,
like that.
the the reason I think I have a little pause making this prediction is because he came out clearly on top at the end of the last Raw.
Oh, true.
I always feel like whoever gets the upper hand at the last Raw or the last SmackDown is that's not a good sign for
Not gonna
them
win.
winning.
Yeah.
And he got the big time upper hand at this last Raw. So
Right.
but I think they're going to surprise folks. I
Hmm.
don't know. I almost just want to go with Punk because that's the obvious. Uh,
Yeah.
but I think this is the one where something's going to happen. I think Punk and Roman are going to cancel each other out, and
Hmm.
that allows Seth to win. I'm going with
Yeah.
Seth Rollins to win this one.
Now, do you think this should,
Whether or not he gets Paul Heyman out of the deal, that would be
sure.
cool if he does. But I'm going to pick him to win.
Okay. Do you think this match would top Jey Uso winning the World Heavyweight Championship from Gunther? Does this deserve to be in the main event, you think? Or do you think they're just
Um,
doing it because CM Punk really wants it?
it's the star power of CM Punk
I think
and
so.
Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns is still the number one merchandise seller.
Oh, okay.
If he's not, it's behind Cody.
There's a lot of Yeet shirts out there in the crowds.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think Gunther sells as much merchandise, mostly because his merchandise kind of sucks. They don't have cool
Yeah.
Gunther shirts yet. Hopefully they will soon, but
Yeah.
uh, I don't know. I just think Roman and CM Punk are and Seth. I think they're all big time star power, and
Yeah.
I'm in agreement with it. I'm in agreement to that being the main event. I mean, that's a lot of star power.
Okay.
That's a lot of star power. So
Okay.
what do you think? You think it should be Jay Gunther?
Well, it depends. If Jay wins, I think that should have been the main event. I mean, that's the whole stipulation with a Royal Rumble. I mean, the Royal Rumble is supposed to be the winner fights for the championship in the main event of WrestleMania. That's what
Yeah,
they
they
even
ditched that
stated.
this year
Yeah, apparently.
because neither of them are. Yeah,
So, but um, but yeah, if they can pull something out that's really cool, like the Paul Heyman walking away with Seth somehow, or somebody interfering, maybe something cool. Then yeah, I don't mind that being the last thing. Yeah, but we'll see what they do. We'll see. I don't know. I
yeah.
might change my mind if I see what happens.
That's where I'm headed. So you're officially picking who?
Seth. Yeah.
Really? So you did
Yeah,
pick
that's what I
Seth.
said. What?
Okay. All right. I missed that. I
Yeah.
missed where you made that official. All right.
Oh, well, I knew
You really
Roman
do
wasn't
think that's going to
gonna.
happen? Okay.
Yeah, because I see three different outcomes. One of them
Right.
CM Punk, and two of them are Seth. So I'm just like,
I
well,
I misunderstood you. I thought you thought it would be CM Punk. Okay. So you do think it's out of your scenarios. You think it's going to be the Seth save. Yeah, it's going to be the Paul Heyman.
either that or I mean, Roman and Punk just get too involved with each other and just get blinded by their rage against each other for the love of each other loving Paul Heyman so much. Seth just gets the upper hand somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
one or the other.
So we're on the same page with this one then too.
Everything. Yeah, weird.
So we're in agreement on all of this,
Yeah, yeah,
which
strange.
means we're not going to get any of these right.
Probably. That's probably accurate. Yeah,
No, we're usually pretty good. So we actually do.
yeah.
This will be our first video, but we
So what
actually
what
are
do
pretty
you
good with
what,
predictions.
yeah, usually. What do you think the worst case scenario would be for like each match? So like
Worst
LA
case
Knight,
scenario,
yeah,
LA.
so like LA Knight fight Fatu. You think the worst case scenario would just be LA Knight beats Fatu clean?
Yeah, yeah, that
That'd be
really would
rough.
take a lot of luster off of the werewolf there. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I think
think
so
that
too.
I don't think that would be good. Uh, I mean, the worst case for any of them is just to be like a boring, so
Yeah.
what kind of a thing. But um, that worst case for let's see, let's go through them. So the worst case for the Ray Americana one would just be for Ray to win clean because that kind of takes that'll knock the snowball, that'll kind of melt the snowball of America.
Yeah, Grande Americano.
I'd like
Yeah.
to see them play with that a little longer. So that would be the
Yeah, me
worst case
too.
there. What do you think the worst case for the tag team would be? Just a
Um,
clean War Raiders win.
yeah, probably. Just a clean War Raiders win, no Big E interference,
All
just
right.
boring. Just all right. Well, New Day lost because I mean, there's no build up to that match anyway. That's kind of
It
just
was
like a
quick.
filler match
It was
almost.
quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the War Raiders. I think it'd be cool if I think it's cool if they win as long as it's a fun match.
Yeah,
I think that's fine. So I don't want to say that it winds up sucking if the War Raiders win,
sure.
because if it's a fun match, I think that's fine. I just don't
Yeah,
think
that's
they
okay.
will win. I
I
think
just don't
they're
know why story-wise they would do that. That's all.
yeah. I don't either. They've built up the New Day as good villains here, and I think they want to ride that. So this is
Yeah.
this is them getting that high ground now.
Yep,
Tiffany
I agree.
Charlotte, what disappoints you there?
If Kaiser doesn't interfere, I think that would be a bummer.
Oh, that would be
Um,
so cool.
that would be
Now
cool.
I'm going to be disappointed if that doesn't happen.
Yeah. Um, uh, I don't know. I mean, obviously, any of them, if there's like a disqualification and nobody gets a title,
Right.
that's obviously the worst
That
case
would that
scenario
would
for
suck in
anything.
that
But
one. Yeah, if it's just a
yeah,
disqualification and kind of blah.
right, because they've been building up for that for a while.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't want. I kind of want Charlotte to win. I don't want. I mean, Tiffy's the babyface or whatever, but I think Charlotte's doing good as playing the heel. I mean, I don't think they
She's
expected her to be the heel when she
yeah.
came into Royal Rumble and won. I thought they expected her to be over pretty good with the crowd, but that went south like the minute she stepped into Raw the next day or the
They
next.
hate her.
Oh yeah, apparently.
They hate her. They were
But
booing
she
her
flipped
like
that
she was
script though really
dominant.
good.
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah,
she's a pro. She's she's
Yeah.
rolled with the booze. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
and I know, and this might be a hot take, but I just don't like. I'm just not a fan of Tiffany's acting. Like the way she says things. I don't know. It's not believable for me. I don't know why. Charlotte's believable. I think so. I
How
mean,
dare
again,
you?
the most real thing I've seen Tiffany do is that one promo where she was actually taking
Yeah,
jabs at Charlotte, the person.
yeah, yeah.
So
That was a fun promo.
if there's more of that,
I
it might be all
enjoyed that
right.
promo. I think that'll be a fun match. Yeah,
I think
that
so
that would
too.
just be a bummer if it just becomes some kind of disqualification
Yeah,
nonsense. But I don't think it will be. I think we get a clear winner on that. I do.
yeah. What about Naomi Cargo?
Um, I don't know, just a simple, easy Jade win. I think
Yeah,
would be a
like
little
a
bit of a
squash
bummer
match
because,
ends like 5 minutes in.
yeah, I mean, a simple win for her would be kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think a lot of people think that that might be a squash match. That might just be Cargill beating the crap out of Naomi for 4 minutes and then getting the pin.
I'd be
Um,
surprised. I would be
yeah,
surprised at that. I think
I
it's
would
going
be
to be
too.
a
I
back
think
and
that's not
forth.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, how about this? Do you have any now you've hinted at the Kaiser interference. Do you think there's any possibility of anybody else um, unexpectedly interfering in any of these matches? Any
Um,
any
I mean,
hunches?
I'm hoping Bianca doesn't interfere in the Cargill Naomi match. Um, I don't know. I just kind of want the beef to be either squashed or if Cargill wins or gets rises even higher if Naomi wins. And I've also heard that, Bianca or might turn heel and help Naomi or some nonsense like that. I don't think that's going to happen. Um,
And
I don't know. I don't.
Bianca's match is the next day,
Right.
which I don't know that may or may I would think her match she'd be more likely to interfere if her match was already said and done.
True.
But I could
Yeah.
be wrong because then that could open the door for Jade interfering in the triple threat match there and keeping her from winning, which
Yeah. True.
absolutely is possible. So um, I don't expect Bianca to get involved though, but I think it'd be kind of fun if she did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Now, who do you think? I wouldn't be shocked if Nia Jax shows up somewhere, maybe in the Tiffany Charlotte match. Wouldn't shock me
Maybe.
if she shows up. I
We
know,
haven't seen her in a while either.
right?
Nobody's thinking about her
And
too.
that's why.
Hmm.
So that would be a little. I wonder if they did that on purpose. Pull her back,
Maybe.
make everybody kind of forget about her, and then she comes in somewhere and makes a statement.
It's
Maybe
possible.
maybe Tiffany and Charlotte because they're all SmackDown. So
Yeah.
just something, just a hunch that that might happen.
Okay.
Uh, of course, the
I would like
bloodline.
that. I think that would be cool.
I think, yeah, yeah. I don't know that that'll happen or not, but it's just kind of strange how quiet she's been.
True. True.
Now
Yeah, that would be neat.
they do kind of focus on everybody who's going to be at WrestleMania. Typically, when there's a PLE, if somebody's not going to be in it, they kind of are in the background for the lead up to it. So that might just
Mm.
be that she's not in it, so they're giving her a little vacation, or it could be just a little misdirection. Nia who,
Yeah, it could
and
be.
then she shows up. Yeah,
Yep, that could be it. That could be it. Although I think somebody better would interfere. There could be somebody better, but
like who?
like Kaiser. But that's probably not going to
That would be
happen.
so funny. That would
Uh,
be funny.
yeah, but besides Kaiser interfering with that, and then Chad Gable interfering in the Rey Mysterio match, I don't think anybody
I
else.
hope that happens.
I don't think anybody else is gonna do
If
anything.
they figured out a way to do that, that would be awesome.
That would be that would be cool too.
That would
Yeah.
be
I don't
fantastic.
know who has the same body
I
type as
know he'd have
Gable,
to
but
now if he comes out wearing like a full suit, then you know what's
yes.
happening.
Then you're like, okay.
If
Yeah.
Americano comes out there and he's not wearing like the wrestling tights and he's just
Yeah.
like in a full jumpsuit, you know what's up.
That could be possible. Yeah. That would be fun.
All right, so that's it. That is day one of WrestleMania. we agree. We fully
on
agree.
everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which is, I'm surprised. I did not think you were picking Seth Rollins. I thought that would be where
I
we
wasn't.
disagree.
I was gonna pick CM Punk, but I was just like, I don't know. It's just CM Punk winning is not as big as Jey Uso winning, and then that was the main event. I think something else crazy gonna happen. So, it kind of leaves it on a cliffhanger. People are gonna want to watch Raw the next,
I'm with you.
week. So
I
that's
think
just where I
something's
was
going to
going.
happen there. I think something interesting is going to happen in that match.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the same page. So we agree with everything
Okay.
with each other
We do.
on all of that. Maybe we will disagree with something on night two.
Hopefully. These are the Wrestling Insider Gurus.
Wig.
Wig.